Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mention. I wanted to come and say hello. Wish you a wonderful day on this Sunday. I hope you're enjoying this time. For it is a time for to be awakened, to be in joy, to be in health, to be in wealth, to be in prosperity, to align ourselves with all those things that we've been asking for. The universe is providing, and so I'm going to pull out 4 cards to see what the angels. The highest wisdom for us is humility. Humility is the elegant side of arrogance. It sounds strange to say that, but it is true. For somebody who's arrogant, cannot let anything goes, he wants to be above everybody else. But someone who is humble is completely the opposite effect. He wants to be below, or he does not want to go above anybody else, and because he puts himself below, he takes possession of things and he is elevated. So humility is the refined side of arrogance, and so it is really what we need for things are easy for somebody who's humble. For we do not ask when we are truly humble. We do not need much to be happy, and so discovering this humility. And to understand is justice. It is fairness. It is to be, everything must be in balance. Everything must be made straight. There is all kinds of new things that are coming into the picture for humankind, for all of humanity. I wanted to talk about this. I will probably write a whole book about it. But market economy works. But what doesn't work is the corruption and all the draconian laws that have been put in place to reinforce the power of government and multinational over the people. We're going to move into a time where the well-being of the people, the quality of life of all people on earth will become the focal point, and no longer the accumulation of things and the power of domination over those of the hierarchical mind will consider lower. For anything that divides is part of the fear illusion program. Whatever unite and love is part of the connected field, and so we can learn to look into our mind to see what needs to be cleansed. For there is a great deal of cleansing. It is important to understand that each of our organs have accumulated toxins throughout our lives, and we need to release it in order to move into a higher frequency of crystalline self, for our body to be light. There is great treasures within the human body that took 1 billion years of evolution for it to get to that where it is, and they are incredible treasure. The treasure, all the secrets of immortality are locked within each and every one of us. But it's not until all those distractions in the outside world have been created to prevent people from looking inside, and so they have put fear into the heart. So they're hoping that men will not turn to the heart since they have put fear there. But those fears that they've been putting is an illusion. They have no power. No one has power over your life. It is the only power they have is to put fear into the future. But they have no truth there is very little truth that is being consciously communicated through the media. So there is a great deal that needs to be released in terms of government, economy, and media, everything. There is a great deal of cleansing that will be happening. It is part of the natural flow that we evolved towards something better. Nobody can stop the evolution of the universe. If the universe would cease to evolve for 1 second, it would completely disappear. For evolution, if the universe could not evolve, it would have no longer reason to exist, and it would disappear. So God wants this universe to exist eternally, so he will continue those programs of evolution according to our choices. Whatever choice we make will determine our future. And understand there is always a quantum field before us that we're not aware yet, but we can create it right now. It's like a blank screen, and on this blank screen we can paint anything, we can create any future we want. We have a tendency to repeat whatever the screen was showing yesterday, to repaint it automatically in the morning. We repaint the same painting. But understand, you can, as a painter, I know I can change any part of the painting and transform it into anything. So it's about becoming conscious of your creative power. What we need to do is rest. It's very important to accumulate, to rest, to reinforce ourselves, to take the time to feel, to have enough rest, to feel that we are rested and we can regenerate our energy. And the highest with the general message for us is balance, equilibrium. So it's the card number 46. It's Ariel, very powerful archangel. So it's about balancing the energy of the inner self with those of the outer self. And so I wanted to discuss this briefly. Is the idea I was talking briefly about yesterday about an exercise about using the vertical axis to send your energy down through the ruby light, but can be used in any way. Those are exercises that are very important to understand, that it's necessary sometimes to focus on the heart, to tune the heart, and then once we'll tune the heart, we'll be able to access all kinds of dimensions that are stuck up there, one on top of the other, through the vertical axis all the way down to the center of the planet. For there is the cross of matter, the horizontal timeline, it's called timeline. It's bound by 4 directions, and it's a control matrix that is collective. But on the collective level, we are one, and on the individual level, we are who we are. We're a unique being in creation. So it's about understanding the difference between that great unity of universal understanding and collective experience, and your own program that you have to. This is really your own program. Once you tune in your own program, on this vertical axis, once we find the right attunement, there is a spiral that is being created that allows our consciousness to align all those dimensions. For we already exist in those higher dimensions. Eventually, we want to hold the 13th octave, the 13th vibe, the 13th dimension, so that is outside of the sub-universal matrix, so we can remain in unity no matter what, and to align this, and to learn to move our consciousness, to open the door of the sky here, on the crown chakra, and so that our consciousness can, we already do that through dreams, but through dreams we go through the black hole and the bottom roots of our beings. But in a sense, in consciousness, we can move on through the upper plane by opening that door. I wanted to also to say that it is important to let go of all kinds of old understanding. For George Orwell reveals to us that, we knew that before, but whoever controls the past controls the present, it controls the memory. Whoever controls the present controls the future. And so they understood that, and how to control the memory. And so television has been like the great propaganda exercise to keep people locked in, for they're rewriting history just so that they can control the present, hoping that they can throw fear into the future so that people will remain in fear. So let go of all that. If you want to extinguish the violence in the world, you turn off your TV and it's done, it's finished. If nobody pays attention to that, there will still be incidents, but not on the level when it's promoted on a global scale like that. It is complete insanity, and eventually the media will have to, I'm not criticizing the media, but they will have to face the music in relationship that they are, what they're promoting through that channel. I also want to say that market economy works, it's just a matter of releasing all the corruption that we need to release. And also to understand that this is just a temporal game. It is just a stage, and we're just playing our role in there. But to remember our multi-dimensional nature, and to understand the sense of our life. Why did we come here to? If you do not know exactly what the sense of your life, ask your guide. That's your creator. Your guides will inform you, will reassure you in relation to mean that you're very important. You're essential to the whole universe. If you were not who you were, the universe would not be the universe as it is. So understand that to God, all His children are just as precious. They are divine. They are magnificent. No matter what they do, that God loves them infinitely. The more you reconnect to that understanding, the more you can tune in your own heart to the heart of God and create this connection of loving relationship. This is what the future will reveal, most likely, this opening of this understanding to love for all those who are open to love. Essentially, we have a benevolent neighbor called the sun. The sun is, we see God in the churches or in the books or in the temples, but in essence, we have to feel God below our feet. It is there, and we can, when the sun lights our skin and warm our skin, it is the light of God, it is the love of God that is there, but we do not recognize it. We're like blind to that. Our true nature is the sun, is solar nature, is to create a bridge to return to this solar nature. In 1993, I had a visit in the sun. It was just not something I created. It just happened. It is a magnificent place, and the civilization that lives inside the sun are the magnificent solar beings, in many sense. But it is a beautiful place to eventually we'll come to discover that those worlds are not as only physical beings. They have all kinds of magical, just as the physical body of the human body holds great treasures, the cosmos, there is all kinds of mysteries and amazing discoveries that will be made. For me, the sense of my life is to resolve a dichotomy between a certain incarnation. I had many incarnations when I was in a position of power, administrative wisdom, so I've learned a lot about that. I have my South Node in Capricorn, been there, and I had a life where I was simple yogi, where I achieved enlightenment. But so it's in this lifetime I have to bring those two opposite, simple to remain the simple spiritual person, but still to utilize the power of administrative wisdom in order to assist on a greater level the collective. So it is a process that I'm going through, but I know that this lifetime has been given to me to resolve that dichotomy. For resolving your own soul plans is more important than any idea we have in relationship to the greater universe. So once you resolve that, you will know what to do in relation to the greater universe. For life is about love and light. What we have is what God is sharing with us, and essentially if we know that we are one with this whole universe, that means there is a great potential for God to share more with us than what He's sharing. The idea is to love more, to learn to love better, to love more, to be more intelligent, more serene, more lucid in relationship to that which is. And to know ourselves as the source of love in our life, and to fill ourselves with this love, and to connect with for all love is the love of God. That we are all the energies of life. They cannot be anything else. It is difficult to speak of this law of one, because everything that we've been taught is contradictory to this idea. Everything has been defined, boxed, labeled, compartmentalized. But the one, there is no separation within the one. All is one, and will always be like that. The card of the day from the Archangel is the King of Raphael. It says generous, warm, honorable, refined. Here it is the beautiful Archangel Raphael with the trident of Neptune. I was holding it the other day. It's a powerful thing. It's like, wow. But it was a weapon in the past. It was used as a weapon during the Galactic War, but Poseidon has not used his trident as a weapon for many ages. So it's... But eventually we're gonna need to clean up the ocean, and we may need to use somewhat supernatural powers, divine powers, in order to make things right. I don't know yet how, but it will come in due time. And it says, yes, you can trust. Capacity to accomplish many things at once. Give a free course to your artistic passion. So it is a good time to be creative and passionate, to allow your passion, your healthy passion to be expressed. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. This painting behind me is not quite finished. It's the third painting, third astrological painting, a self-portrait. I'm including a lot more new planets. I had to invent many symbols. I'm still going to go back into the colors of some of the symbols and some of the names, and the sky will also... It's just like picking, I'm starting to see what it will look like, but it's still far from all the black. There will be new stars and all kinds of... I don't know, the sky will be more populated, so to speak, to illustrate the progress in this painting. And I pray God very soon to have a big studio, so that I can have a comfortable studio where I can produce all kinds of ideas. For when I started painting, my first paintings were in 1989, 1990, and I was living in Los Angeles. I had 6,000 square feet, sorry, with a 20 meters ceiling. I had this huge loft. And so I could paint large paintings, and then I had to move into small apartment. But so I had to reduce the format of my work, and I'm still working. I can't really start new project because I'm already involved in so many projects, and I have such a limited space. So this is part of what I have to work with and deal with. I have to free myself and to create this situation where I can actually enjoy the comfort of being able to create. Well, I'm not complaining. I'm really comfortable where I am. But there is always space for improvement, and that's why we ask for God to handle that for us, to let us know what is the best for us. For God always know. If your mother tells you something, listen to her. Mother always knows best, usually. My mother told me a lot of things. Well, now she's no longer here, but in the light of time, she was often right, although I wasn't really receptive to her advices. So my mother was like a very Socratic in our perception. Anyway, I'm going to finish with a song. Greetings to her, my love to her. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a French song. It's Serge Gainsbourg. Just to finish in music. It was like this. Oh, je voudrais tant que tu te souviennes, cette chanson était la tienne, c'était ta préférée, je crois, qu'elle est de Prévert et Cosma. Et chaque fois, les feuilles mortes te rappellent à mon souvenir. Jour après jour, les amours mortes n'en finissent pas de mourir. Avec d'autres, bien sûr, je m'abandonne, mais leur chanson est monotone, et peu à peu je m'indiffère. À cela, il n'est rien à faire. Car chaque fois, les feuilles mortes te rappellent à mon souvenir. Jour après jour, les amours mortes n'en finissent pas de mourir. Peut-on jamais savoir par où commence et quand finit l'indifférence? Passe l'automne, vienne l'hiver, et que la chanson de Prévert. Cette chanson, les feuilles mortes, s'effacent de mon souvenir. Et ce jour-là, mes amours mortes en auront fini de mourir. It's a really nice song that's written about another song that was written by Prévert et Cosma, that was sung by Yves Montand. And here it's talking about the loss of memory. For we have those love that we continue to entertain, but as the memory will fade, those lost love will have died, and then we'll move on to new love. So it's a nice song. I wanted to finish in music. I wish you a good day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and a beautiful Sunday and a coming week. And I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Namaste.